Alright guys, welcome back. It's J-Dogs here. We're back on Spiritcraft again. And yeah, it's the day after the big dragon fight, which, if you got to see the stream yesterday, wow. That's all I can say is wow. It was a huge surprise as to what happened. And there will be several clips coming up throughout the week here of a lot of the stuff that happened on the stream, like highlights and bits and pieces. Probably along with regular videos, but first thing that you probably have already seen, well, they're not showing up for some reason. Where are you? There they be. Whoa, glitchy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, well, we've got strobe light beacons, but anyways, we've got our beacons going on here, and yeah, we've got 4 beacons now. We did wither fights yesterday, and we've got 4 beacons going on. They're not full, as you can see. I've got speed, haste, strength, and jump boost. None of them are level 4 yet, mainly because I don't have that much stuff, especially after yesterday. I lost so much stuff. But we're going to do a little bit of work here on the storage room. I'm going to show off what we're doing. I've already carved out some areas, as you can see. And then we are going to take a new look at the shop, what's going on at spawn. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to show you what we finished up here. Like I said last time, we've got this here that's already been carved out. We've got grass on the floor, and I believe we just left the back normal. No, we did planks back there. So we did planks in the back, glowstone up there. I don't know if I'm going to change the ceiling. I think I may, but I don't know yet. So let me know if you have any ideas for that. But this grass actually, I'm thinking, is not going to stop here. It's going to kind of wrap around down through here to blend in with all the rest of this. So that's going to be part of what happens. Also, we're going to be working on this part today. As you can tell, I've been still touching some grass to put in here. So I'm going to start carving this out while I'm talking. But yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday with the dragon fight. I know a lot of people didn't get to do much during it. It was just basically watching. But I think we are going to have a couple like that every now and then, guys. And that's mainly because, you know, I want... Whoa. I fell. I want people from the server to be having fun, too. And I don't want just to where it's all about, you know, the people from the stream. I want you guys to have fun, too. But I want people from the server to have some fun and be able to do things also. So that's a big chunk of the reason that, you know, yesterday was mainly for the people from the server. We did get over into the live chat after a little bit. Whoops. Busted that. Didn't mean to. But we did get into the stream chat after a little bit to talk with everybody and hang out and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's why a lot of that happened. I am totally demolishing things here. But we did have a lot of fun. We had the dragon fight, which, like I said, was crazy. We did not expect a lot of what happened to happen, which, if you haven't seen it, you can go back, and if you want to watch the entire thing, you can go back over on Twitch and watch it there. I may try to upload the entire thing here to YouTube. Actually, I probably will just upload the entire thing. I'll have highlights still, but I think I'm going to go ahead and upload the entire stream to YouTube here. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably try to start getting bits and pieces of it. Probably part today and part tomorrow, possibly, will be getting put up. So watch for that. We will be doing more things, like I said before. We did the wither fights, which I'm thinking, right now, like I said, I have the beacon set up here, but I'm thinking that eventually I'm going to donate one of those to spawn, since everybody kind of helped out working with them. We're going to be putting one of those at spawn for everybody to get use of when we're around spawn. And we have lots of stuff coming up that we're going to be doing server events for. Okay, so we can start plugging this grass in here. I'm just going to pop it in every other one. And then we're going to put some light in here in a second. You guys probably can't see too well right this minute. But we're almost done here. Bit there, bit there, bit there. Let's start putting some light in on the floor. Doot and doot. Alright. But yeah, we had, I think it was 4 wither fights, and then everybody finally lost all their stuff, so we were like, okay, we're gonna call it there. Okay, so what we're working on here, I'm gonna go over this a little bit. I want to put another small staircase in here, so we're gonna take this out. I've got a few stairs on me. We're probably gonna need to make some more. But I'm going to do this similar thing right here. So we want that taken out and that one taken out, I think. So like that. That's going to make it 3 wide. Yes, 3 wide. And then we're just going to start it with the stairs going straight up into it. And it's not going to be much of a staircase. Just a little bit. Oh, there we go. And then the first wall is going to start here. Like so. And I think I'm going to take this out just so we can have a single piece there. And same thing on this side so we can have a piece here. So actually we're going to need, whoop, that does not work. As you can probably tell, most of my tools are pretty much broken. I don't even have an enchanted sword right now. I haven't had time to enchant it. But we'll be fixing that before too long. I'm going to be working on that this week. Also, I wanted to let everybody know, as far as the Ender Farm goes, we're going to be doing, if you guys have seen it, there's an easy version that SethBling did, that is just kind of where you look around and lure them to you. That's the kind we're going to be doing for the time being, and it'll just crush them down to 1 hit. After a while, we will be switching to the 1.8 version where you use the new Endermite. If you guys haven't heard about that, there's tons of videos on that out right now. But we will be switching to 1.8, and when we do, that's when I'm going to actually build the large version of our Ender Farm. So that'll be on a bit of a delay for right now. But like I said, I'll probably make maybe 1 or 2 of the ones that SethBling does, because it'll still be much faster than any of the spawners that we have set up right now. And in case you guys are wondering, I know I'm doing a little bit more building. It's not a whole lot of fancy stuff, but I'm trying to do a little bit more of the actual building on camera instead of just, you know, coming back and saying, here's what I've done, take a look, isn't it pretty, you know, one of those things. So, and I'm trying to make things, of course, more entertaining for you guys. I want you to enjoy the videos and stuff like that. So, like I said, always be sure to let me know any suggestions you might have. I've had people on the server here talking to me, which has really been helping me out quite a bit, and being able to give me some tips as to what they see me doing or not doing in my videos that might be able to help, you know, make it more enjoyable for the viewers. So, but I think we're going to work on this a little bit more. Let me see here. And I think, let's see. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I want to go over with you guys before I kind of cut out and maybe just work on this a little more. Oh, that was another thing. This bit over here is probably going to get carved out too, but I don't know. Like you can see, we're going to have tons of storage slots through here. And being that we have a lot of our things that are going to be going to the shop, I don't think we're really going to use all of this. So I think we're just going to stick with that one and this one for storage. That'll be like my overflow, I think, and then this will be, or maybe this will be the overflow and that'll be the main, but one of the two. One will be an overflow and one will be the main one. And what we'll end up doing is basically just turning this other little bit over here, I think, is going to be a brewing station or something. I'm not quite sure yet what we're going to do. But I have talked with several people, like I was saying earlier, about different things they want to see changed. And one of the things is that people said they definitely wanted to see a lot more of just me building. And actually, after working on this shop, I'm very, very inspired to do a lot of building. And I almost wish that I would have shown a lot of me building at the shop, because the top level, besides one of the builds, pretty much was done by just me. Smilarn would come by and give me some tips as to how to make my shop look better, or how to make the individual build look better, which was really helpful, and that's why I kind of had hired him initially, was to do the builds, and he kind of gave it to me to finish up on the top, because he got wore out really quick, which is understandable. It was a very large project, but it is done, and I do want to show it to you guys. I think it turned out really cool looking, and I think what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and we'll pick up on this next week after I get all my storage settled. But we're going to go ahead and go over to the shop after I work on this for a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys what we got done at the shop, because besides being stocked, it is ready for business. So on that note, we will be right back. Alright guys, we're back here at Spawn. We're here at the shop, and I don't know, I think I'm going to do a really fancy video, but I want to show you guys what we got done. It is complete minus this little area here. This will not be staying like this with the fences and stuff. But I figure I can go ahead and open it up as it is ready for business. And this we can work on as the shop progresses. One of the things that I want to say up front is I completely realized that there are way many more shops here than I could fill. So, I may end up like renting a shop out to people to where they could sell stuff out of their shop, and they just put a sign, whoever's shop on the front, and maybe just get like a monthly fee. Hey, that would be a pretty good idea, a little monthly fee, like them paying me rent. But anyways, we're going to show off what we have finished. These are all the shops that are going to go in here. I think I might eventually do a small little one high thing here where you can leave your payments or something like that. But for the most part, this is complete, it's finished, and this is what it's going to look like. So here's the first shop this was the second to last shop that I finished. So here's what it looks like. It definitely has a different feel and different style to it, in my opinion. It's much more open, and I like the way that it turned out with a lot of the little shapes and designs with it. You can see on the inside here we have plenty of storage, some flowers, a bit of a waterfall, bushes of course, and up top here it just kind of looks very similar to the first floor, except we did a little carved out area here. We've got bushes up here for some rose bushes, and yeah, that's the shop here. And these take a lot less time to explain what they look like than they did to build, I'll tell you what. But they were really fun to build. I enjoyed doing them. And I'm going to mute for 1 second to cough. Alrighty. Had to cough for a second. So here's the next shop. I don't remember how many of these I showed already, so I'm just going to kind of go through and show all these off. This was another one that I did. Like I said, this shop here, Smilarn basically did the front half of, and then the back half I did. And then the rest of these I built, and he just kind of came over and gave me advice on what he thought would look pretty neat. But many of these I actually got really good at just putting the shop up, and then when I was all done with it, he would come back and give a few bits and pieces of advice. For example, I was kind of stuck on the walls back here, and he kind of gave me the idea to put some bushes up behind here and have this little crossbar going across here. Just, bits and pieces of design that give it a little something extra. And that's kind of the things that he would come over and do, is just give me little ideas of things to do. So this one's feels a lot bigger than this one. This one was more of kind of straight up kind of thing. Here we went with a bit wider, kind of sticking out, and I really like the way that it turned out. It feels really roomy on the inside. There's not too much in the line of decorations on this one, which We may eventually change, but I do have like these little waterfalls. I thought they were cool. One on each side, and then we've got some plants and stuff up in here. Just different things with stairs we did, more plants, and then like a little centerpiece here. And on all these, I like the fact that you can kind of look out over the edge here and see different things. And then we got some more bushes here. The roof goes up to a peak. And that was something that was really difficult to do also, was trying to figure out how to do a lot of the roofs. And that's why I kind of came up with this design here for this one, because I didn't want them all to look the same. Like, you know, you can kind of tell that one looks similar to this one. And I didn't want all of them to look the same. So, of course, we've seen this one, but I'm just going to kind of do a quick walkthrough for you guys again so you can kind of see it. Some of these had, you know, more narrow stairs. Some of them had wider stairs. This one just happened to have a bit of a more narrow one. And originally this was actually going to go across and connect to another piece over there. But I just kind of ended it there, and I think it looks a lot neater that way. We have this shop, of course, which again I believe we've shown this one off, but we're going to just do a quick walkthrough. Again, this is another one that's really open, really neat looking. We've got some flowers back over there. I may eventually change a little bit up on the sides here because they feel kind of plain. But we have a nice little set of flowers here in the middle, more storage, plenty of storage. And this was one of the ones where I couldn't make up my mind on storage chests on the outside here. But I like the way that these ended up, the two wides just along the edge there. I think that works really well. Let's see, we've got this one. Again, we'll just do a walkthrough because you guys have kind of seen this one, I believe. This one was also another neat one. Oh, and Born was on. I completely forgot to say Born was on. We got some bits and pieces. Lighting was kind of difficult in some of these. Like this was pretty dark here. And I wanted to make sure monsters weren't going to spawn, which as far as I know, crossing my fingers, no mobs will spawn anywhere in my entire little mine shaft here. Let's go back out this way. And then again, we had this little seating area. This one we changed up, I believe, since the last time you guys saw it. It used to stick out a little further. You'll notice that I made the comment in one of the last episodes that it kind of looked like a spaceship. I did kind of chop the front of it off, and I think it gave it a much better look to it. We're going to go in here, and I'll just kind of peek around. You guys can see what's going on. And I feel the look to the top now is much better. You can still see out really nice and easy. And there's a really good view. You'll remember that there used to be stuff in front here, I believe, and the view wasn't that great. The view's much better now. You can just kind of stand up here and look around and see things. And I think it turned out really, really nice. Let's see. Next is this one here, which this one turned out to be a really big shop. I actually liked the fact that we had a real big one. And it's got tons of storage, so this one may actually end up having like 4 different items in it or something like that. But it's pretty big. We have these little, you know, bits and pieces of design here, and same thing on this side. We've got flowers in here, which I feel the flowers and these little things really helped a lot in a lot of the different builds that I did. We did a 2-way staircase here this time, and came up with some flowers and things of this sort, some waterfalls. This little section here actually originated from Bourne's idea that he had come over here and thought of doing the double wraparound, and I really liked the way it turned out. I spent some time redoing this quite a few times to get it to look just right, and I think it looks good now. At first it looked a bit weird. We had to change this just a little bit to where it was half slabs because there was a mob spawn area right here. So now the crease goes just a little bit further to where the mobs can't spawn. And a lot of this we just left bare because I didn't want to overdo it too much. We just used designs from the wood and things like that stairs could make. More storage up here, more plants. And this piece here I thought was really neat. You can actually see through to the storage area, or to the shop next door here. And I replaced the other side with flowers. And I did that because when I started building this, I noticed that there was going to be this area here that was just too close to the shop next to it. Instead of having to move this shop, I just kind of worked with it, and I think it gives a really cool feel to this. And then as we go back around the outside here, you guys can see the roof that we did on this was another type of the wraparound roof that I had done earlier. But then towards the top, and you can't really see it from here, but towards the top it kind of does a layer effect, which I think is really neat. And then this is the last one that I just recently did. This was the very last one we did. And it's a very small shop, but has lots of storage, surprisingly, for as small as it was. There was just this little chunk here, and originally I wasn't going to put one here because I was like, that's way too small to try to fit a shop into. And I'm very surprised and satisfied with how this came out. I did a little connecting piece here with some flowers and stuff, and it's a nice little spot in my opinion. And you guys can let me know what you think down in the comments below. But we got plenty of room in here. We got storage, a little bit of a space that comes up in here with some flowers. In here feels a little bit maybe bland. I may spice this up a little bit later with maybe some bushes in the background or something like that. But for the most part, I really like how it turned out. And you still have that little bit of a view through the fencing here. And I like the way that it turned out with everything. So you guys have already seen all the ones downstairs, but we're going to take a quick walkthrough. I'm not going to go into each one, but I want you guys to be able to see them. The waterfall you guys have seen here. And of course on this end we're also going to be doing something special with this end to make it look really nice. And we have the second set of stairs that come down this side. So here is the bottom half. We're just going to kind of take a quick walkthrough. Show you guys what they look like. And again, I've shown these off a little bit more in detail in previous episodes, so you can check them out. But this level, Smee probably did about, I would say overall on the entire thing, Smee probably did about 5 of the builds. And all the rest of them I did, surprisingly, and I think it came out really cool looking. Like the style, and Smiler, I don't take any credit from him in that he helped me a lot in learning how to do this style, how to pull it off and make it look good. He was more of a teacher with this than he was the actual builder. Again, he did build several of these, about 5 of them. But the rest of them I did, and I'm really proud that I was able to learn so much from him. And a lot of the stuff here, that this is where we've been putting our storage. It'll be all sorted out and put where it's supposed to. You'll also notice I put an ender chest on each level here as you come down from this side, and I'll probably do the same on the other side, just so that people have a quick access to their money if that's where they keep their money, and so they can be able to take care of stuff that way. I do still need to put a way to leave a payment, which is what I'm going to work on throughout the week this week. But I believe the grand opening will probably be sometime either throughout the week or it will be next Sunday when I release my next episode. But more than likely, once I get it stocked up and get a payment method in here, I'll be doing the grand opening, and then we'll just kind of show what's been done since the last time since then, since today. My words aren't working today for some reason. But yeah, that's the shop. I think it turned out really well, and it's exactly what I wanted. But when I first looked at this ravine, I was like, it goes through and through, one side through the other side, and I really wanted to do something cool with it. I think I got accomplished what I wanted to do with it, and you guys give me your opinions. What did you think it turned out like? Do you like the way that it turned out? And what would you leave as suggestions for what to do out here? I've had several ideas, possibly just like a big building that you would enter through, or something that my original thought, which was kind of cheesy, I think, was to put a big dog right here, like the front of a dog with the arms coming down the sides, and you would go in through the mouth and all kinds of stuff like that. But I don't think that's something that's feasible, and I don't think it would end up looking that great. So leave me your opinions. If you have designs, like if you want to go into creative mode and design something up and you know, give me a picture, post it somewhere, or do up a video and give me a link to your video saying, you know, I've got this design, it would look really cool. You know, take a look at this, see what you think. That other side I showed you, same thing with that. And if you have any ideas for it, feel free to put them down below, and I will personally take a look at every single one of them. And, you know, I maybe use part of your design or even all of your design. And if I do, I'll leave credit here. I'll put a little sign that says, you know, designed by so-and-so. Might even put, you know, like a little link to your YouTube or something on there. So if you want to leave a design, be sure to do that. And that's it for today's episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace out.